And this is the game. Lindor homered early for the Mets, put them up 1-0. Brandon Nimmo, a sac fly to put them up 2-0. Then Ohtani homered. Then Ohtani hit a sac fly. It was 2-2 going to extra innings. And the Mets got 2 runs in the top of the 10th inning with a Francisco Alvarez double to score the runner from second base. And then it was Francisco Lindor with an RBI single to score Alvarez. And so you end up a 4-2 lead there. And the Dodgers came back. Now, those 2 runs, by the way, came off of Tanner Scott. It's been a struggle lately for the Dodgers and their bullpen. We know they've got so many injuries out there. But, you know, you look at it there, and here's the base hit off of Scott. Alvarez going the other way. Good piece of hitting by him right there. And then Lindor coming up with the base hit as well. But the bullpen for the Dodgers is in disarray because of all the injuries. They've got so many right-handed relievers on the injured list. But they look, they don't have anybody else really to go close right now. Kasperius is, you know, sort of growing into a high leverage situation for them, and Vesia, but they don't have a lot of other options necessarily right now that Dave Roberts wants to go to. So the Mets held on and won this one 4-3 yesterday. And I also was just very surprised that in that 10th inning with Jose Castillo, left-hand pitcher on the mound, he faced the first 2 batters. Remember, you got to face 3 batters in the inning. They had 2 runners on, Freddie Freeman and Pages, and then Max Muncy at the plate, who's hitting like 180 against left-handed pitching. He had Will Smith, Mookie Betts, and Kike Hernandez and Miguel Rojas, right-handed hitters on the bench. He let Muncy hit. And remember, if he had countered with the right-handed hitter, Carlos Mendoza could not change pitchers. So it could have been the lefty-righty matchup. He chose to let Muncy hit, and he struck out. Then he allowed Michael Conforto to go to the batter's box. And then all of a sudden he calls time, and he sends Will Smith up to hit. And then the rules allow Carlos Mendoza to, at that point, because Castillo faced 3 batters, make a pitching change. He brought in the Jose Butto, the right-handed pitcher.
Do you have a critique? I understand you have some sort of critique on this.
Monster year. I mean, you know what, BK? Sometimes I look at his stats, and I think he has more home runs than he has RBI. I mean,
that can't happen, but okay, yeah. But you realize that's a product of his teammates, right? He's slugging .661.
All right, well, BK, can we move him down in the lineup? I understand the Dodgers want him to get an extra at-bat, batting him leadoff. He was not a leadoff hitter before, and he went to the leadoff spot out of a necessity when Mookie Betts was hurt, right? And it just wound up keeping him there. It's ridiculous for Shohei to continue to hit all these home runs with nobody on base. I'm sorry. I got to move him down in the lineup. It doesn't make sense. If you're telling me that the bottom of the order can't get on base and the only time he's going to hit a home run is when nobody's on base, it's a waste. He can hit home runs with the bags filled with people on base. You got to make an adjustment.
Rob, at the risk of blowing the segment, you're right. You are absolutely. It's essential. Like it's a very new agey thing. Hey, we're going to put our best hitter leading off when we're only a few years into, baseball recognizing that the best hitter should hit second and not third or fourth. However, you're right. Lead off. You leave a lot of runs on the table by having a guy leading off. The leadoff spot, even in the DH era, faces fewer men on base. It's a decent gap, and he's a .660 slugger. They're leaving runs on the board. They're leaving runs on the table. You're right.
23 home runs and 39 RBIs? I mean, that is not good enough. He had 130 RBIs last year. There's no way.
He's scoring runs at an enormous pace. That's the trade-off. But I'll say this. If it was a weaker club, you could say, well, who's going to lead off? They got lots of guys that can hit. Will Smith has like a .445 on base. He's a catcher, I know, but so what? If we're doing this where sluggers can lead off, your catcher can lead off with a monstrous on base. He's only slugging .500. That's Will Smith. You could lead him off. Ohtani batting second would be driving in Smith left and right.
100%. I love that a lot better than where we are now with the Dodgers. I just think it's a waste.
I think I'm with you on this too. I'm still a tad disappointed in the Dodgers. While I'm recognizing even hobbled all these injuries, they're still pretty good. They almost wiped the Yankees out of the whole weekend, right? And yet are you still somewhat disappointed in them?
Yeah, they were supposed to be the Beatles. It didn't turn out to be that way. They started the season 8-0, and since then they're 28-24, middle of the road. That's not that. Is that special? With some of the players, Freddie Freeman's batting 900.
Yeah.
Shohei's got 45 home runs, and they're 28-24. PK. That's not good.
They're if they're not the Beatles, that was Joe Madden said in Japan the Dodgers were the Beatles. Are they the Kinks? The Kinks were good.
All right. Yeah. We'll take the Kings.
Jake, the Kings? Jake said the Kings are really good, right? They're not the Beatles. All right. National League MVP. All right. Who do you now you understand you're not going Ohtani. What a shock. Where are you going?
No, I'm not. You know what? I'll go with his teammate, Freddie Freeman, who had an unbelievable May, batted .410.
Yeah.
And he keeps getting it done. He's like fine wine. He continues to age, and he's a big part of that lineup. He's doing a lot of things, driving in runs. I like where Freddie Freeman is right now. And it's no disrespect to Ohtani, who you know is having a really good season. But I would take Freddie Freeman at this point.
Rob, you're not wrong. Again, I'm going to essentially agree with you. He's hit. Look at his number. I ran the slash line for Freeman, Ohtani, and Pete Crow Armstrong because Freddie Freeman is hitting .368 within a .435 on base. That's a serious number. He's slugging .621. The 191 you see weighted runs created plus there. 100 is league average. Freeman leads all of baseball. He's the best hitter in baseball. I only throw WAR in there. I don't want to look at WAR like 2 months in. However, Pete Crow Armstrong, I'll say this. Freeman, I'm fine. And down the road, Freeman is more likely to be the MVP. I don't think Pete Crow Armstrong can carry a .560 slugging percentage. However, Pete Crow Armstrong is the number one base runner in baseball. He is the number one fielder in baseball, and he's slugging .560. If it stopped now, you'd have to give it to him.
Yeah, and the problem is we have to see long-term. I agree that if he continues those numbers, which I don't believe that will happen, I'm not saying he's going to fall off a cliff, but Freddie Freeman and Shohei have longer track records where you know that they can sustain it for a long season. We're 2 months in. We got 4 months to go, so I'm not going to discount what he's done, but I just think that Freddie Freeman right now, if I had a vote, I had to vote tomorrow, it would be Freddie.
Yeah, I'd go, again, season stopped. Now I go PCA. Down the road, it's probably Freddie with Ohtani right there. I think, do we agree on everything?
Yeah, this is a bad segment. I mean, what's going on with you, BK?
No, you were wrong on the Tigers.
Month for, I don't know, the rest of the season?
MVP, there should be a separate award because you are looking at two dudes that make this game look too easy. Shohei Ohtani hit 15 homers last month. 15 homers. Judge hits 11, hitting .360. As a player, Ryan, 6-month season, if you hit 5 a month, this is the way we used to kind of try to do math. That means 30 homers, right? Sometimes, Max Muncy hits 1 in April, and next thing you know, he hits 7 now, and then you average 4 months, so 4 times 6 is okay, great. It is crazy how many home runs these guys hit last month, how good they are, and just to watch them make this game, the adjustments, the easiness that when they go deep, it's not as easy as they make it look. For those watching at home, I know it feels like they're going to home run. Every single bat, they have a chance to home run. It's crazy, one mistake away. And they can miss balls, right? They miss balls. And sack fly the other night, he missed a ball. He's late, Shohei. And it went to 329. But remarkable players and talents. Appreciate every day we get a chance to watch these guys. They don't come around too often. It's like these first-round draft picks. Paul Skeens, that first pick doesn't come around too often. So when they come, you gravitate. These young men, you gravitate to.
Absolutely.
I just think for Ohtani too, I know we thought that 73, but that's not going to be broken. Nobody's breaking Barry Bonds' record. Records are made to be broken. If he keeps hitting home runs like this, it feels like Kevin said, every time he goes to the plate, he's going to go deep. It's unreal. And he's going to start being on pace for this if he keeps this up. It's been so impressive. Again, 31 runs scored, everything he did. Come on, man, this dude's next level.
Let's now unveil the pitchers of the month.